Hello and welcome to another exciting adventure in poetry. Yes, I'm reading my book, and the universe said, "Hold my beer." This book, when I came up with the title, because I was trying to keep it with a cosmic theme of, because the one video, the one before this was cosmic beauty, so I really wanted to keep uh, that that theme about the universe and the cosmos alive in the books. So that's where and I was sitting there thinking about it. So the universe, says, when you think, things could get worse or get better, the universe says, "Here, hold my beer," and it's always, you hope it's a good thing. So we really only have about maybe 19 to 20 more pages to go before we're done with this book, and then I'm going to start back over and read the my other books, and we're going to try and keep going on. And you see, as I do these things, I go through and I update my books because that's the thing. So that's might be what you may see later. 'Cause I promise you a surprise. So we'll definitely see. But I won't be doing it on this program. I'll be going over on my phone to be able to do that. So this one here is called Planned Alteration, which is this is the poem. Fingers tied with string, holding together pieces of a planned alteration to imagine to the image of her. Pieces in part, a tangled mess being weaved together like a puzzle, being held by string and heartbreaking words said to soften the blow. Alteration of alliteration between a generation of guilty pleasures. So basically, this right here was for a word prompt, and I was trying to just throw together things for using string pieces, altering together, and because this is actually two separate poems actually in one, because you're using string and alteration and alliteration and everything, and they're just trying to make some words rhyme here. But that was the reason why I created this. What was the thought process behind it? Well, the thought process behind it was just going with how things unravel when you say something or say the wrong thing. Basically, being in a relationship or friendship or anything. Sometimes we say stuff we really don't really think about it, and it gets out there, and you're like, "Yeah, I wish I can take that back," but it doesn't happen like that. So, the next one is called alignment mismanagement. It's an alienating experience of an aligning mismanagement as two themes shed their grief. Hallowing horrors of a third kind perplex people with fractured minds who can't recall being human and lost. And basically, what I'm talking about here is basically how people um, have they've lost the will to be human, and that's what it seems like. Since the pandemic, everybody just seems like they've lost their minds and how they do things or how they act around other people. I mean, if you're driving on the roads today, I mean, you see how people act. It's just like they don't care anymore. And it is that people just don't care. They don't care about how people's feelings is. They don't care about what the thoughts of things. And it's not a liberal sense of things. All right, it's not. You carry it too far in that. It's like when you want to hurt somebody out of spite, just because you can. That's what I'm talking about. Or you do something, you don't really think about the consequences later, and then when crap hits the fan, and you think, oh man, no, you willing to doing that, thinking you weren't going to be punished, and then it happens. So, and that's where the mindset of a lot of people seem to be at, is that they just don't care. And this next one's called Turns Black. There's no greater fear than losing your soul, because once that person is gone, all the fears you imagined and nightmares you dreamt come crashing into reality, turning your world upside down in a heartbeat. And with the second beat of a heart, everything turns black and you are alone. And it's basically, I'm talking about here, is about how things change in life to where something happens and you lose someone, either by death or you break up with them, And then it's just like all the other things you foreshadow you thought about, they end up coming true because of you kind of manifested those things. So you have to be careful about what you do. You have to understand that sometimes some things are not really your fault. And understand that you can grow and be better. That's something I'm working on myself. This next one's called Skip Stones. The lines we chase across the lake as we skip stones. And it was basically talking about how you're skipping stones across the a lake or something, and the lines and the ripples that form from that. And then you try to chase each other's stones when you're playing that game of, skipping stones and just trying to, to have fun and together, but see who can skip the rock the furthest, And that was what I was looking for. And this was like for a word prompt, but I was just sitting there just doing that. This is called Bride's Hands. A bouquet of lost flowers and dreams were tossed from the bride's hand. They all charged, grasping for petals and stems before the victor won. With skinned knees and smeared makeup, she held a broken mask high above her head. And this is basically, if you watch a lot of these videos where somebody is tossing the the bouquet of flowers, and there's just like a mob of women that are just going after it to try and get it. And sometimes you see it's just like a fierce melee for a bouquet. So it's just a crazy sense of things, and that's what I was thinking about when I did this poem. This next one is called Subconscious Emotions. The imaginary fantasy of dreams where your existence is meaning, somewhere between the thoughts and the subconscious emotions of wanting to feel love. And that's basically how it is. It's like, we all want to feel love or be loved in some way or another. And it seems like, it just, slips out of our fingertips whenever things like that happen. Two more. Moving Silhouette. Priceless flickering lights painted moving silhouettes on film of foregone memories. And it's basically whenever you look at watching movies or like things you created on things of situations that happened years ago. I mean, or times when you had a lot of fun being with people, and then you think about how things have changed since from that time you recorded that video till now. And either somebody had passed away, or you've lost touch with somebody, or just, just how life happens, as you're saying. And that's why I was talking about the basically of a video and how the things have changed between one time to another. And this one's called Lubricate the Workings. Clark working gears is trouble with fears when tears lubricate the workings. It's not easy looking past my scars to see the inner workings of a mind running full speed. Things intertwine, the pistons push, moving things along as a robot springs to life from deep inside the meat suit. Wind me up, spin me around just to watch me break down from the rust my tears cause when you decide to break my heart. And this is basically looking at how some people are like robots. It's like they get hurt, but they still move on. And they don't really stop and accept the pain and move through it and work through the things and try to have a better outcome. But they end up getting stuck in that that constant sense of motion of doing things over and over again, expecting different results. So this is the last one, or was the last one. Check out my friends, Bill O'Rourke Miller, Sarah Aikenhead, Sherry Aikenhead, and the Cast Into the Far podcast. My friend Jenna Jinx and JennaJinxPortraits.com. She's been drawing wonderful and phenomenal stuff, as you can tell by that picture there. Only thing you really see right now is the moon over Miami there. But anyway, definitely check her out. Check out my Reiki with Aria in Alberta. Definitely check out One Gonna Be and coming up and all that. And I will talk to you very shortly. Have a good day.